Donald Trump was giving a speech at a Republican fundraiser in Florida, and afterwards, a lot of the people there and the Republican Party were talking about how nervous they are because of the things that Donald Trump brought up. Now, he, of course, rolled out, the classic hits attacking Democrats. He called them maniacs and said that they cheat like hell, but that they stay together, and the Republican Party needs to stay together too. And that's just classic Donald Trump projection, right? Maniacal cheating, like two words to describe Donald Trump to the T, right? Donald Trump then went on to insult Mitt Romney and Ben Sasse personally. Those are two Republicans who came after him during his administration. They kind of broke with the party to say, like, nah, this guy's very toxic and wrong for the country and wrong for the Republican Party. But not many others joined their side. So, of course, they're in Donald Trump's crosshairs. And then Donald Trump, this next one is pretty funny, tragic, sad, but just right in line with Donald Trump. He says that windmills are creating more carbon emissions than oil and gas. Anything running over 30 years. His exact quote was, you talk about them carbon emissions. Not them. I added that. You talk about carbon emissions. Well, they are making them. More goes into the air than if you ran something for 30 years, which I think he's trying to say that making a windmill creates more carbon emission than running an engine for 30 years, which is just completely false, right? The amount of carbon emissions that's saved by wind is enormous. That's why most developing countries, Germany, China, like major economies, have moved to wind dramatically over the past 20 years because it's cleaner and safer for everyone. So Donald Trump there, what he's doing, I mean, that's kind of a crazy thing to say, right? Windmills create more carbon emissions than gas. It's just Donald's way of and the Republican Party's way of just like wink, wink, nod, nod, oil executives, coal barons, right? We'll say whatever. You keep that money coming. You keep funding our political action committees. I'll say whatever it is you want. You want me to be that president, right? You want the 2020 election to be rigged, right? You need the Republican Party. And Donald Trump, man, I'm the con. Don the con. I'll say whatever. That's what that was. But what got people really nervous in the Republican Party was when Donald Trump brought up the infamous P tape. The alleged tape supposedly shows Donald Trump in 2013 in a hotel in Moscow, the same hotel room that Barack Obama stayed in previously. Donald Trump had prostitutes urinate on the bed that Barack Obama stayed in. That's the main kind of story, the main what people think happened. But there's also the idea that like Donald Trump was actually peed on in that video. And Donald Trump says, no, you should ask Melania. Because when Melania heard about the P tape, she said, I don't believe that one. Like, Donald, man, all this makes people do is just like, imagine, like, it makes us imagine you being urinated on. Which is so gross. Then it makes us imagine all the conversations that you had with Melania about all the acts of infidelity that took place during your relationship. Like, so many. And they must have been so embarrassing for the both of you. But he brought this up in a room full of Republican hoity-toits. Like, really? You're the former president. You're supposedly the leader of this party, and you're talking about a P tape? Like, what are you doing? You're volatile. Like, you could say anything, man. You could blow this all up at any point, which of course he's done, right? Like, it's not like that's new for Donald Trump. He just like blows stuff up and then he's like, let's go. Whatever. It'll take care of itself. But you're seeing, right, with all this talk coming from like within the Republican Party after that speech of like, oh my God, did you hear what he said? It's like Donald's kind of losing it. his doesn't have a platform anymore. Social media's out, right? Doesn't have the Oval Office. And he's just kind of, I think what this is either Donald Trump's mentally declining or he's just grasping. He's just, I need to get my name, out there. Maybe he thought that this would somehow distract from all the subpoenas and all the threats of criminal prosecution that all of the Trump henchmen now face with the 1-6 committee. And I'm going to be talking about in another video Adam Schiff's interview on a great podcast. So keep an eye out for that. But this speech has Republicans just kind of a little more on edge, which is they're just going to get closer and closer to 2022 and 2024, right? Because Donald's just going to be like, just going rogue. There goes Donnie talking about P tapes.